Okay, so whenever I get asked this, usually like I usually say the same things kasi I know as aspiring like digital artists, especially ngayon, it's super competitive. One thing that a lot of people struggle with is finding their own style, and sometimes they want to find their own style right away na it kind of hinders them from making other things. And I also went through
Mhm.
that. Like I kept trying to find my own style making it when I was younger, like when I was like 13, 14. Tapos I just couldn't find it. So like it made me super frustrated. I wasn't really that productive. And I guess the best way to really find yourself as a designer is to really like explore different things. Like after all, like design, it's not like art and design, it's two different things. It's not like art that you really have to have your own art style ganon. Like design, you really have to work with different kinds of stuff, different kinds of people also. Because it's made to function. It's not made to like, for people to like just look at ganon. So it's really made to communicate with other people. So
Mhm.
it's really gonna take a while to find your own art style. And sometimes it can get really frustrating. And sometimes because it's super discouraging talaga when you can't find it after like, putting so much effort into like your craft. But yeah, don't be discouraged if you don't find it right away. If you're lucky enough to find your style right away, then that's good for you. But for the people who are struggling, don't worry because you're gonna find it. Like it literally took me like I think 8 years or seven
Wow.
years to find my own style. And the way I found my style was parang love lang, yung mga sinasabing mga love advice. Like, sometimes you find it when you're not,
Yes.
yeah. Sometimes you find it when you're not looking for it. Like, the way I found my own
Tadhana.
art style was super accidental, like, super random. I found it while I was like, while my prof was mentoring me in class, then it eventually stuck with me until I made it my own. So that was in 2020 and I started in 2013. So it
Yeah.
really takes a while sometimes, but once you get there, it's only gonna go up na lang for your career. Thank you. Wow.
I
Love
felt
that.
that, especially when you're in the love pa. Whew.
I oh, super same. Like, thank you for that, actually. Because, like me, I guess, like, in terms of illustration, like more of illustration, I kind of don't really know what my own style is yet. Like, I kind of have an idea, but I don't really know if it's like super fleshed out yet. So, thanks for that. I'll keep take that to heart. But I guess my advice would be to just take everything as an opportunity to learn and to like get inspiration from. Like design is like literally everywhere. Like what Kai said, like design is really made to function. So like it's in the things that we don't even realize, um like packaging, or like the stuff we were saying kanina, the stuff that we like hoard, like paper and shit. Like it's everywhere. And also online there's so many like resources, like on YouTube there are like workshops, podcasts even, and like even stalking like designers. Like I do my fair share of stalking like art accounts and like design studios like here in Manila. Like I mentioned, like the design industry here is super super talented, and I think it's really growing also. So there's always a lot of great talent to learn from, and it's always growing, which is really great. And there are also so many resources available online. Like I guess one big hurdle, I guess, to like starting out is really like the resources that you need, like a laptop and like Adobe. Like Adobe is expensive if you like get the legit Adobe. But there are like like Canva and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, don't be limited to things that you have to pay for.
Okay.
Honest, thank
Also, can I
you.
habol? Sorry,
Yeah, sure.
sorry.
Yeah,
Before we
go
go
ahead.
back,
Okay.
Go
sorry,
ahead.
we're saying more. Okay. Habol lang, one last tip for aspiring graphic designers. You have to know how to deal with constructive criticism. Like,
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
with design, especially with graphic design, and syempre, pag dating sa mga art illustration, ganon, it's gonna be harder to revise. But when it comes to graphic design, you're gonna have to revise again and again and again. And super rare na hindi ka magkaka-revisions. And I know of some people, especially kasi since, I go to art school, so most of the people who pursue art, those were the people who grew up as artists talaga, being the good ones in the batch. And I've seen some people struggle with taking criticism kasi, they're used to being known as good. So just really take it constructively. If people criticize you, they're just trying to help you become better, especially if you're planning on pursuing art school. If you're prof, sometimes they can be harsh with you. Sometimes you're gonna have to deal with clients who will be upfront with you na ayaw na lang gawa mo. But at the end of the day, it's a learning experience. Like what Maia said kanina, just take it as an opportunity to be better.
Yes. Oh my God, super add to that. Like one thing also is to not fall in love with like an idea, like
Yes, that's true.
first idea, like your first draft. Because like the chances are it's gonna look totally different
Yeah.
at the end. So like and more often than not, the client is the one that's nasusunod. So like don't fall in love with, don't get attached.